to another video. We have covered how to birimba, we have covered how to pandeiro. Today we're doing how to atabaque. Oh, actually, I believe this is Conga, the drum I have. I assume you probably have never had a professional African drum teacher. I definitely didn't, but I have an advantage because I have been playing the drum kit for over 15 years. And what I did at the beginning of my capoeira journey, I started to translate exercises from the drum kit into the African drum. And this is the purpose of the video. I want to share with you some tools and exercises that will translate into African drum, and you will be able to play better on atabaque in capoeira roda and improvise better, or improvise at all if you've never done this. Let's go. Right, let's start with producing sounds, right? Sit relaxed, okay? Don't tense up, you should be very relaxed. You only need to be able to play two sounds on atabaque, the tone and the slap. Let's focus on the tone first. I create a scoop of my hand and I place it on the brim. What's important is that you don't play with your fingertips and then this finger is left out. You should be able to use all four fingers to play the tone. The most important thing is that you don't kill the sound. You actually hit the drum and your fingers bounce off. You need to be fairly relaxed. You cannot be stiff because this is what's gonna happen. You want the fingers to bounce, relax. Many people ask me if I actually use this part of hand and I hit the rim. I slightly do. What I actually place on the rim of the drum is this part of my hand. Here. It's right there. That's it. Let's talk about slap. How to actually hit the slap. This tends to be a very difficult thing to do because you first of all try to do what many beginners do, is to try to take your hand off when you hit the slap. Place the hand, hit it, and then keep your hands there for a split second. My fingers are slightly spread. The sound is actually produced literally with the tip of my fingers, okay? And I don't necessarily simultaneously hit all the fingers at the same time. It goes like prap. Where do you actually hit the slap? This is a common question as well. The way I started, I really always try to hit the middle. In practice, especially when you play faster, it's not that necessary. Okay, you can keep the hand very close to where you hit the tones. This comes with confidence and practice. Once you are able to produce slaps pretty nicely, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter where you hit it. It will still sound well, as long as it's relaxed and it's comfortable for you to play. That's very important. It is extremely important for you to be able to play both sounds using both hands. I know it's gonna be easier for you to play slaps and tones with your leading hand, your dominant hand. In my case, it's right hand, but you need to practice both. Otherwise, you will be very limited. You're gonna do two tones and two slaps, and that's it. You're just gonna practice that. Right, let's get into the best part of this video, which is the one exercise that will change how you play atabaque. Super simple. All you have to do is to alternate between your right and left hand and be able to control that. And not just tones, slaps too. So far simple, right? Now, you will have to learn how to alternate between tones and slaps. I'm gonna limit myself to only hit slaps with my right hand. Let's see what's gonna happen. And with left too. The next step is to actually be able to create a melody. The beauty of this exercise is that you actually are inventing exercises and melodies, and you try to improvise, and this is good. One of my favorite melodies is to do triplets, so you accent the slap every third hit. Always right, left, right, left, right, left. Very simple. next part is to be able to add dynamics, which means you're not playing all the sounds at the same volume. This is the concept of ghost notes, and you need to be able to do that if you want to sound nice. The way you want to start to practice it is by restricting one of your hands and tell yourself that this hand is gonna play quieter. So in this case, let's only play quiet notes on my left hand. This already changes everything. Now let's add slaps with my right hand. The left still keeps quiet. The way you should think about it is that my left hand is quiet, but it's active. There is no moment I'm actually not using it. I constantly use it, but it's so quiet that you cannot hear it. Of course, you want to do this in opposite way. So now my right hand is gonna get quiet and left is gonna play. Now the fourth part, which is the trickiest, you try to put everything together so you can regulate the volume of both hands at the same time. So for example, you might want to play every third note quietly. I need to practice myself. Now, hopefully you having this knowledge, you should be excited to be able to try to create some melodies with that. Quick demonstration. I have nothing planned. I'll start very simple and I'm gonna try to start to accent notes, okay? So you might be asking yourself a question, why bother with all this? You could just play capoeira rhythm, learn how to play the sounds and just do this. But if you're 15 or 20 years in capoeira and you sit on Atabaque and for 20 years you play like this, in my opinion, it's boring and it's dull. I don't think it really contributes to the Roda very well. If you start to add little nuggets, especially when the Roda starts to warm up and starts to really going, why not to try to play better and be able to do that? So those exercises will definitely help you do that. Plus you will have an amazing entry point to other rhythms on the drums. Right, we covered the sounds. You have the one and only amazing exercise that consists of 4 parts. And now we're gonna talk about rhythm. Of course, we're gonna start with capoeira rhythm and then we're gonna build on it. We'll see where we're gonna get. We're gonna count because this is gonna help you understand the rhythm and the variations later. 1, 2, 3. The way I recommend playing basic rhythm is to play only using one hand, because the left hand is available for you to play variations and try to add extra notes and sounds. Watch the left hand, it keeps moving. Now I'm adding the left hand, so this is gonna play one note before the first hit with my dominant hand. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. How about adding extra slap? And let's add the tone that we practiced in the first exercise. That's it for today. Hopefully you are now able to play the basic sounds on Atabaque well. You understand how to do it, but also you are excited you are excited to practice Atabaque because this exercise I showed you allows you to learn how to improvise in a very basic way. Alternating between left and right hand, controlling the volume of the sounds and trying to create melodies is the way to go, especially at the beginning. So I really recommend you spend some time with this and enjoy because it's good fun. I have almost left you before giving you very important information. Do not overdo it. The purpose of the drum anywhere, capoeira roda, on the drum kit, okay, is to keep the pace, is to keep the rhythm, and then you can add extra stuff, little nuggets, yeah? It's not like a berimbau viola where you constantly improvise. The bass, the pulse has to be there. This is extremely important if it comes to drums, so keep that in mind.